Hey guys, John here grabbing the brisket, and we are doing ribs today. St. Louis cut to be exact. And we're gonna be trying out some stuff we had sent to us from Big Or Go BBQ. We've got their Competiton sauce, and also their rub is the Competiton rub. It says it goes great together. We're gonna see. Probably smoke these on the Traeger, and we'll see how they come out. All right, so basically, get your ribs out. Took off a little bit of that excess fat and a little bit off the back. That membrane on the back, went ahead and took that off. I know some folks say just leave it on, doesn't make a difference. I usually like to take it off of there. I think that makes for a better bite. Anyway, it didn't have to be perfect. Squared them up just a little bit, took off a little bit of the extra fat off the top, off the end there. Again, this isn't for a competition, so I wasn't super duper worried about making them perfect as far as trimming them up, just getting them a little bit more square so they cook a little bit more evenly. And that was pretty much it as far as the trimming goes. Give a little spritz of something to use as a binder, and then got in there with the seasoning. And I go pretty liberal with it. I want to taste it when it's done. I know, they sit on the smoker for a while, so all the juice is coming out of that ribs. You don't want it to just wash off of there. So I go pretty thick with the rub here. Was really anxious to taste these at this point. And the rub's pretty good right out of the bottle, honestly. Yeah, once you think you got enough, just add a little bit more of this stuff. Threw them on the smoker. I was using my Traeger. Yeah, it looks awesome. The color was good as soon as I put them on. And got them going. Came back to check on them. They were already looking pretty good. Yeah, so they've been on about an hour and a half at this point. Color looks good. Gonna go ahead and wrap them. Use the Texas crutch, a little bit of foil. Do my standard sort of operating procedure with ribs. A little bit of the squirt butter goes down first. A little butter never hurt anything. And then I come in with some of his Competiton sauce, just a little bit there. Don't want to go too crazy with it, don't want it to scorch. It does have some sweetness to it, a little bit of sugar in it. And then grab my brown sugar, light brown sugar, put down a little bit of that. Again, you don't want to go too crazy with it because it's going back on for a while and you don't want it to just burn. And then of course, your ribs. So the ribs on there. Went meat side up. Sometimes go meat side down, but sometimes it'll wash off the bark you got going on your ribs, and I didn't want to mess with that. We really wanted to taste his rub, so put them meat side up. And then I basically copied what I did underneath on the top with the butter and the little bit of sauce and the brown sugar again. Yep, don't have to go too crazy with it. Looks like a work of art right there, though, doesn't it? Should probably get a t-shirt made. Just a little bit of the sauce. And a little bit more of that brown sugar, and we're good to wrap these babies up. Couldn't have picked a windier day to try to do this, by the way. Foil is going everywhere. And I wrap them up pretty tight. Sometimes we'll do more of the tent wrap where it leaves a little bit of room in there, but with these ones I went pretty tight on them. And they went back on the trigger. Get them going. Alright, so they've been on a couple more hours at this point. Open them up and look at them. I can already see them teeth are poking through. That's what you like to see. The color looks good. Everything looks good. I'm just gonna kind of feel, make sure they've got a little bit of looseness to them. You know, they're just about done. So I'm gonna come back through. First, I'm gonna create my little boat here so my juices don't get away from me and I can access them when I sauce. I'm just gonna sauce them right here on the Traeger. Just pour a little bit of the Competiton sauce on there from Go Big Go BBQ. And come back with my brush it around just a little bit. Get a nice even glaze on it. Don't want it clumped up in any spots. Although this stuff was pretty good, so it wouldn't have been too bad to let it clump up in some spots, you know what I mean? A little extra bite of sauce in there. Sauce. Anyways, we'll close them up and let them go a little bit longer, let that set up. Pulled them off. They looked amazing. And it's time to slice these bad boys up. And they were slicing fantastic. These things were cooked pretty damn well. They weren't falling off the bone. They had a good consistency, a good bite. Smoke ring was right on point. I'm gonna come around here and give you a little close-up action on them. They were juicy. The sauce set up just about perfect. Really, these things, they cooked just about as good as I could have wanted. I know my kiddos like them falling off the bone a little bit more than that, but I think they were just about perfect. And yeah, this sauce, this rub, this combination on ribs, highly recommend it. Go check out Go Big or Go BBQ. They've got some good stuff. Go check them out.